Most people over 60 think they're doing everything right for their health. They go for their walks, they try to cut back on salt, and they keep a close eye on what they eat. But I want to ask you a very personal question. Have you ever noticed that despite your best efforts, your hands and feet still feel like heavy blocks of ice? Maybe you're sitting in a perfectly warm living room, wrapped in a blanket, but your toes feel frozen. Or perhaps you wake up in the middle of the night with that strange, maddening crawling sensation in your legs, what we call restless legs, and no matter how much you stretch, you can't get comfortable. If you've mentioned this to your doctor, you might have heard those two words that make my blood boil. It's just age. They pat you on the shoulder, give you a polite smile, and tell you it's a normal part of getting older. I'm here to tell you right now, they are wrong. What you are feeling, the coldness, the tingling, the heaviness in your steps, isn't a sentence you have to accept. These are the bright red warning signs of poor circulation. And if you're over 60, ignoring these signs isn't just uncomfortable, it's dangerous. Poor blood flow increases the risk of blood clots, strokes, and long-term damage to your heart and brain. My name is Dr. Lucia Herrera. I have spent my career focusing on senior health, and today I want to share a breakthrough with you. It's a simple daily habit, a ritual really, that supports better circulation naturally. It involves no expensive medications and no complex procedures. In fact, there is one surprisingly powerful, completely natural drink you can make in your own kitchen that can improve your circulation within minutes. And when you combine it with the synergy secret I'll reveal at the end of this video, you can actually start reversing the stiffness in your arteries that has been building for years. Stay with me because we are going to dive deep into the biology of your blood vessels, and I'm going to show you exactly how to reclaim the warmth, the energy, and the independence you thought was gone forever. Before we get to the solution, we have to understand the why. Why is this happening to you now and not when you were 40? Inside your body, there is a tiny miracle molecule called nitric oxide. Think of nitric oxide as the master switch for your circulation. Its job is to act as a vasodilator, a fancy word that means it tells your blood vessels to relax, open up, and let the blood rush through like a wide-open garden hose. But here is the uncomfortable truth. Once you cross the age of 60, your body's ability to produce nitric oxide drops off a cliff. Research shows that most seniors produce about 50% less nitric oxide than they did in their 20s. Imagine your circulatory system is the heating system for your house. When you are young, the heat reaches every room perfectly. But as you age, the pipes get narrow, the pressure drops, and the rooms furthest from the heater, your hands and your feet, start to freeze first. This is compounded by a habit so ordinary that nobody ever flags it as dangerous: prolonged sitting. Think about your day. You sit for breakfast, you sit in the car, you sit to read or watch TV. Even if you exercise for 30 minutes, you might spend the next 8 or 9 hours sitting. Every hour you sit, your arteries stiffen a little more, and your heart has to push harder and harder to move blood through vessels that are becoming less cooperative. This creates a state of chronic cellular inflammation. Your blood becomes sticky, more like syrup than water, and your vessels lose the elasticity they need to pump blood back up to your heart against gravity. This is why you see swelling in your ankles or feel that pins and needles sensation in your legs. Your nerves are literally suffocating because they're not getting enough oxygen-rich blood. But there is a way to flip the switch back on. The most powerful thing I have ever added to a patient's routine is a specific morning protocol. We aren't just throwing healthy ingredients together. We're hitting 3 specific biological targets: inflammation, nerve nutrition, and microcirculation. I want you to start every single morning, before coffee, before breakfast, with 1 cup of what I call the circulation support drink. Here's why this works and exactly what you need. The Superstar, raw beetroot juice, half a cup. Beets are a miracle for the aging body because they're loaded with natural nitrates. When you drink this, your body acts like a laboratory, converting those nitrates into the nitric oxide you've been missing. It forces your vessels to open wide, sending a rush of warmth straight to your fingers and toes. The protector, the ruby red pomegranate juice, 1 tablespoon. Pomegranates contain antioxidants that shield your arteries from plaque buildup. More importantly, they help lock in the nitric oxide in your blood, making the effect of the beets last much longer. The heater, fresh ginger, 1 teaspoon, grated. Ginger is an ancient medicine that works in 2 ways. It aggressively fights the hidden inflammation in your vessel walls, and it literally heats your body from the inside out. It's a natural blood vessel opener. The anti-inflammatory king, turmeric, half a teaspoon, plus black pepper, a pinch. Turmeric contains curcumin, which blocks the master switch of inflammation. But remember, curcumin is poorly absorbed on its own. You must add a pinch of black pepper. The piperine in the pepper increases curcumin absorption by 2,000%. Without it, the turmeric just passes through you wasted. The catalyst, fresh lemon juice, 1 teaspoon. Lemon juice provides vitamin C, which is the glue for your blood vessels. It keeps the walls of your arteries bouncy and flexible, so they don't get brittle as you age. How to prepare it? It takes less than 5 minutes. You can use a blender to mix the beetroot, ginger, pomegranate, turmeric, lemon, and a half cup of water or coconut water for extra electrolytes. The timing is not optional. You must drink this first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. This is when your gut is most receptive, and your body can absorb these nutrients without competition from other foods. Drink it slowly, and then wait 20 to 30 minutes before having your breakfast. Now here's the synergy secret I promised. The drink provides the raw materials, but movement is the spark that ignites the production of nitric oxide. As soon as you finish your drink, while your stomach is still empty, I want you to do 5 to 10 minutes of light, gentle movement. You don't need a gym. You can stand in your living room and do slow, gentle squats while holding on to a sturdy chair, or simply march in place, lifting your knees towards your chest. This simple movement tells your body, we need blood flow now. It multiplies the effectiveness of the drink by several times. My patients report feeling an intense, beautiful warmth returning to their hands and feet within just 15 to 20 minutes of completing this routine. I want to tell you about a patient of mine, Robert. Robert is 67 and spent decades in construction. When he came to see me, his sciatica and poor circulation were so bad that he stopped fishing, the one thing he loved. He told me, Dr. Herrera, I don't remember what it feels like to not be in pain. We put him on this morning protocol. By week 2, his morning stiffness was softening. By day 47, Robert went fishing again. He sat on that lake for 2 hours, and for the first time in years, he didn't think about his legs once. Robert wasn't a miracle. He just gave his biology the right tools at the right time. While the morning drink is the foundation, we have to address the hidden enemy we talked about earlier, the sitting trap. If you do everything right for 30 minutes in the morning and then sit for the next 8 hours, you're undoing your hard work. Your body adapts to the position it holds the longest. If that position is sitting, your body learns to be stiff. The rule of 60. Every 30 to 60 minutes, you must stand up. Take a short walk to the kitchen, do a few stretches, or simply stand while you take a phone call. These small interruptions do something a single workout cannot. They prevent your arteries from locking into a stiffened state across the full length of the day. The foot health connection. Many of you use iceberg lettuce in your salads, thinking it's a healthy choice. But iceberg lettuce is 96% water and has almost no vitamins. Every bite of iceberg lettuce is a missed opportunity to eat kale or spinach, which are rich in vitamin K1. Vitamin K1 is critical because it tells calcium where to go. Without it, calcium can end up in your arteries instead of your bones. When calcium builds up in your artery walls, they become like corroded pipes, rigid and unable to push blood. Swap the iceberg for dark leafy greens, and you're literally cleaning your pipes with every meal. Nutrient timing. Many of you are already taking supplements like vitamin D3, K2, and magnesium, but I see so many people taking them all together at night, and that is a mistake. After 60, timing matters as much as dosage. The morning reset. Take your vitamin D3 and K2 in the morning with a meal that contains healthy fats, like eggs or avocado. D3 is the activator, and K2 is the director that guides calcium to your bones. Taking D3 at night can actually interfere with your melatonin and ruin your sleep. The evening relaxation. Take your magnesium glycinate about 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Magnesium is the relaxer. It pushes calcium out of the muscle cells so they can finally release. This is the key